Hello guys, my name is Alex, and since I played The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, I realized I have a new contester for my most favorite game of all times. Thus, it was quite logical to be much interested in the new TV series, let alone create a video about it, in which I want to share my thoughts for the first season and the ones that may come in the future. So, as the title suggests, let's start with the good stuff about the first season. What I want to say right off the bat is that whatever is CGI related, like magic, monsters, the scenery, etc., is actually quite good. As with the most series adaptations, the one thing that I'm actually the most afraid of is how are they going to handle the computer graphics. Because lately, very few studios actually use practical effects, and TV series, who are usually limited on budget and time, may often lack on that aspect. However, the Witcher series does a very good job on looking both grounded and realistic, at least when it comes to physics and lighting, of course. Thus, I'm really excited to see what comes ahead in the new season. From the very first fight with Kikimora, you can definitely see that the special effects team did their homework quite nicely. Now, another thing that I want to touch is that I believe the dialogues and the performances amongst the characters are pretty good, especially with Calanthe and Yennefer. I have to say that I'm quite pleased with the way they are portrayed. It's nice that they have some meaningful arcs instead of simple generic feministic strength or something like that. And then other characters, even less important ones, are doing a very fine job even for one episode only. That is actually quite important because Geralt's stories and Witcher contracts involve random dudes each time, so it's quite refreshing to watch even the third and fourth characters doing a nice job. It generally goes to show that the project is actually treated with care and love. It's also quite nice that the series keeps the controversial aspect of the books and the games, because one of the things that I love the most in the Witcher universe is that there is no single black or white in any choice. And in this world, pretty much everybody has his own values and interests. And this is projected quite nicely in the series, although I think they're pushing Geralt as overly sympathetic and concerned. Now, to touch on what I think is a little bit weak in the series.
Cyrilla, you are the lion cub of Sin.
Let me just mention the Nilfgaardian armor, which I think is pretty crappy. And it does look pretty weak, even as an armor, practically, if you think about it. Something more serious though, than just the armor, is that I feel the cohesion of the series, especially in some episodes, it's quite off. There are times that Geralt's quest is very intriguing, or perhaps Yennefer is into some good shit, but then you suddenly jump off into Ciri, who is just lurking around, or perhaps watch a clip about the Brotherhood. And generally the series lacks this feel of what is going to happen next. It doesn't have this feeling of I desperately want to watch the next episode. For some reason, they want to push the story forward very fast, and even for me, who has actually played the games multiple times and also read the books, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's not like I remember exactly what happened in the books, but I do find myself confused more often than not. Plus, I want to say that I found the last episode quite bad, and I didn't like the way it ended. I feel like when they're doing some battle scenes with only a couple of people, they handle it very nicely, but when they've got a huge army or sorcerers and stuff, it does seem like a low budget movie. Anyway, last but not least, we have to talk about the Witcher himself. Geralt of Rivia, the butcher of Blaviken. And let me tell you, he did butcher those guys quite nicely. However, I can't say that I adore the way Henry portrays Geralt. First of all, I feel like he's trying way too hard to impersonate the Geralt we know and love in the game. And especially the voice and the accent. Sometimes he sounds more like Superman, and sometimes even like Batman.
I believe those are mine.
Geralt, this woman just killed a man with her bare hands for trying to steal your horse.
Maybe she'll make a better travel companion then. I made that wish to save your life.
I didn't need your help!
Like fuck you didn't. And you fled about like a tornado, wreaking havoc. And for what? So you can have a baby? A child is no way to boost your fragile ego, Yen. What the hell are you? I'm Batman. Nice coat. Thanks.
I think he should have just found an accent he feels comfortable with, as the other characters in the series, and not to try so hard to match the video game Geralt. If something is top notch, it's better to leave it alone. Also, as I said before, I do think that they're trying to make Geralt look more compassionate than she really is, and especially he is the one who underwent the mutation, and Witchers are supposedly kinda emotionless. In the show, he's mostly even more compassionate than other human characters. And it doesn't fit very well, especially when Canville is trying to be like, I don't really care about you. But when the time comes, he's always ready to give the guy a hand. Hate aside, I'm not completely disappointed or something like that. He does look quite amazing both in the armor and in the bathtub sequence. And of course, during fight scenes and stuff, he's doing amazing work. I don't know, it seems like he was playing with swords all the day since he was a youngster like me. But yeah, if I have to be honest, I'm not completely sold on the character. So overall, I definitely have a positive feeling about the series. It's not one of those in which you get very excited or enthusiastic to watch it again and again. Probably because of the plot going back and forward, but you can definitely see that the people behind it have a purpose and know what will go afterwards. It's just that they don't make a very good job on keeping you completely interested to find out also. But of course, if you're a Witcher fan like me, you will definitely watch whatever they throw at you, and maybe some more. If I had to rate the first season from start to finish, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. I believe there is a great foundation here, and since they're going to take their time for the next season, because it's going to be released in 2021, I expect some Igni signs and lots of monster heads hanging on Roach's saddlebag. So that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the thoughts and review of the first season. Make sure to drop a comment and let me know what you think about it, whether you agree or not. And I wish you a happy new year and a good decade. Ciao, ciao.